Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be playing Banished and starting our very own town. So let's just hop right on into it. I'm just gonna randomize and we're gonna start right here. Okay, so that's gonna be our name. Oh, I guess not. That'll be our name. We'll mix that up a bit. We want the terrain to be valleys. I'll take a large map. A fair. We'll do a fair climate. Disasters will be on. Starting conditions will be medium. And we're just gonna see how long we can keep this town going. And see, like how many years, what's our population's gonna be. In case you don't know what Banished is, it's a game where a few people are banished from society, I would assume, and they have to go and build their own lives elsewhere because they're no longer allowed to return to where they were, I would assume. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into it, wait for this map to load, and see how far we can make it. Hopefully we get a good start, and we'll live long and prosperous. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, though, we've been having some audio issues the last few videos, so let's hope that doesn't happen with this one. If you watch my Mountain Blade series in episode 4, we don't have any audio for it. Alright, so looks like we got a fair start, a very nice start actually, because there's a lake right here, which means we can utilize fishing. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop up all of these tools. I like this one up in this corner. Put the logs there. We're going to toss the map there. There we go. Alright, so we're just about set up. Let's see if there's anything else I need to have. Nope. Alright, so okay, it looked like there was like algae in the lake there for a second. Alright, so we are right next to the river. Okay, going straight to so we'll be able to get trades, and we're by a lake, which is also extremely nice because we can utilize tons of fishing. And what I think my initial plan is going to be is to just clear out this area here and have this is our main starting area, and then I might have a forester over here and herbs, and then have a path running up to the town here. And up along here it looks like we might have some areas for farming, or here drop some farms down up there. But it looks like mostly we're going to be relying on fishing because, I mean, like I said, we have this massive lake here, so we're going to be able to make use of that. Okay, so let's get started. It is early spring, and we need houses, we need food, so first order of business should be getting some food set up. And let's see here. I think I'm just going to go straight into fishing because then we can rely on that through the winter. And that'll be nice to have a reliable food source in the winter. Alright, so we're going to throw a fishing dock right down there. And then we're just going to go ahead and just mark all of this for removal. And then after that, we're going to assign one builder. Yeah, okay, so I think we're pretty okay with that. Now let's just start this. Let's speed things up a bit. Times 10, and it's snowing already. This is just great. I love the snow, especially whenever you're trying to start a civilization. You don't have houses. It's just great. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna speed up to get past this rain, and then we'll pause it and we'll start our second construction. Okay, pause. We want 4 fishermen. And then really quickly, I want to run some dirt roads. Whoops. Okay, I want to run a dirt road along here. Oh darn it! It looks like I messed up there. Hold on. Move structures. Remove roads. There we go. There we go. All right. So right now, we got our basic food source, and we're gonna get some roads going down here. Next up is we need some places for people to live. So I'm gonna try and stay organized from the start. And we'll just do something like this. Are these... Okay, so these houses are completely square, it looks like. Which means we could do this. Oh, no, we don't want that. That's not lined up. So, right now I'm just trying to get, like, you know, like, the basis for our little village laid out here. And that should be enough houses for now. And I'm just gonna run roads along here. We'll start getting organized from the beginning. There we go. Now we got like a nice little square going on, so hopefully people won't have to move around too much there. And let's go right back into moving. Let's get all that moving. Our fishermen are starting to catch some fish, which is good news. Our builders going around here and tapping all these roads. Actually, I'm going to assign 3 builders just to speed up, because we got a lot of houses to build before winter rolls along here. And these roads are going to make things really easy. Storage capacity. All right. So we're going to need a storage yard, and you know, rather than just messing around with tons of little ones, I really just want to get a nice big 10 by 10 one there. I know I'll have to make more eventually, but right now I feel like that's just going to be our best bet to increase storage. Does this need... Okay, yeah. So we're going to have to remove some things for that, but that's okay. And there's the rain again. We're producing enough food. So we are producing food, but my question is it gonna be enough? Well, maybe that initial drop, we started at 1800. I'm hoping that initial drop was just because they're trying to stock food. Hold on. Pause. Looks like we're losing food, which is not good. So really quickly, before I let this go, you know, I don't know, I think we need to invest in a second fishing dock down here. I know it's probably bad to have them close together like that, but I'd rather have them be slightly less efficient than have no food for the winter. And we'll just go ahead and build the roads like that. And get that started. I'm just going to drop down the builders by 1 now that all those roads are built. Okay, storage is near capacity. I get it. Alright, so we're at early summer here. We are still at a deficit of food, it looks like. So we need to here, hold on. I'm gonna increase the priority of this fishing spot. Get that in the works a little faster. Alright, so it's ready to be built. We still have homeless people, but we did get another. We got Warnet has become an adult. Alright. Alright, so now we have 8 fishermen. Hopefully they can keep us from starving throughout the winter here. Drop back down to 1 builder to conserve our laborers. And now next, just to get rid of this notification, I'm moving the priority of that up. There we go. About time. Now they're going to be moving a lot of resources around getting these houses built so they won't be homeless for the winter. Because right now, it's late summer and they're going to need houses to stay really soon. And they also need to start making babies. Alright, so the food's going down really, really fast right now, but something tells me that may be due to the fact that we just built a ton of houses and they all like to move food into their house, and it does not show up on our storage. So that's what I believe is going on right now. anything else we can build? Schoolhouse, hospital. It might be worth it to put a well here, because I really don't feel like running, like, getting destroyed by fire early on in the game, because disasters are on. Okay, so it looks like our food's rebounding a bit. And we did have somebody have a child, which is good. That's good news. We need children. So let's see here. Let's see. What could we work on next? I kind of want to get an orchard going, because I feel like an orchard would be... Oh gosh, here comes the snow again. Build that last house here, even though we don't have any more homeless people. The reserve of food is low. Well, tell them to fish faster. Don't yell at me. Let's see. Let's see. What is it? Control, Alt, Shift. Oh, there it is. Shift. There. So now that road there should keep them from going diagonal across like that. Child named Thomas was born. There's some deer coming to visit. And it looks like we are going to be starving already. Okay, don't make babies anymore. We don't need babies right now. We need food, which we're kind of lacking on. So what I want to do is pause. And crop fields. So obviously we're running out of food. But before I panic, what I do want to get done is often people do, they say that 7x7 fields are the most efficient. Is that a 7x6 field? Dang it, okay. I'm gonna rebuild that one. 7x7. 7x7. There we go. Okay, so now, if we can just survive the winter, we can get these fields moving. There we go. So if we can just survive the winter on the food we have and keep people from starving to death, then next spring we should have these core fields going. Firewood. We're low on firewood. Hold on, let's see here. Where's the woodcutter, woodcutter, woodcutter? I'm probably missing him. There he is. We'll go like that. Build him there. And then we'll just take a road and send them right down the middle. Okay, late winter. Food's fairly okay. I feel like people are going to start getting cold because firewood's low. But really quick, we have pumpkins and potatoes. So let's go ahead, do 2 potato, and then we'll do 2 pumpkin. Then we need 4 farmers, so we'll let that go ahead, and we'll let them get moving on that and start planting seeds and stuff. Alright. Yeah, now they're getting cold. Which means that we need a woodcutter, which leaves us with 0 laborers. But at this point, we don't really have a choice. I don't want people to be dying of cold here. So we'll go ahead and get that sorted out for now. Oh, I hate this game. It's so frustrating because just whenever you think you have the foot up on it, something else happens. I'm not just going to win the road there. Roads are key. Roads are important. Okay, I get it. The reserve of firewood is low. Thank you for telling me. Alright, so our houses, they look like they're starting to fill up pretty fast. So let's just go ahead and plop down a few more here by the fields. So so these people can live close to where they work and increase efficiency a little bit more. And looks like we're going to need some more resources, and unfortunately right now we do not have a sustainable spot for resources. Okay, no, wrong one. Remove resources. There we go. Go ahead and just mark all these for removal. And then what the heck, we'll just take out this chunk here too. We have 2 laborers, because, okay, yeah, so 2 people grew up. That's good, we'll just have them working on that. Let's see here. I feel like it would be important to get a lodger up, because firewood especially, whenever you have a trading post and you have firewood, it goes for a lot. Like, its value is really high when you're with the trader. And we're starving now. Okay, pause. How much longer on this? Alright, these are almost done. But we're gonna need more food. Roots and berries, crop field. Alright, let's see. Can we build a trader here? Doesn't look like it's gonna work there. What about here? Okay, we have a problem. There is nowhere for us to put a trading post around here, except unless we go across the river, it looks like. Yeah, unless I move those fishing spots, which I don't think is gonna happen because we need that food right now. So what I could do is, hold on, let me see something here. Crop fields. We need more food. I would do a pasture, but the only thing is that we don't have any animals because we don't have a trader, which means if we need to go all the way around, across there, or down here to get a trader. Which, okay, actually, rather than going up here, because it doesn't look like there's much up here as, like whenever you're talking about, like, I guess you could build them right here, but I feel like it may be easier to just kind of stay on this side rather than crossing this river here. And maybe I can tunnel through the mountain and just set up here, and we'll set up our trader there. That's where our trader will go. And yeah, so let's see here. Wooden bridge, stone road, tunnel. $96 stone, but it looks like it's gonna have to do. And then I can just completely wipe this area. I'll put a, see if I can get, where's he at? A forester lodge down right there. And I'll put some herbalists around them. And I'll just have this area just trying to produce some wood. And this looks like a good farming area. So right now, what I think we need to focus on is just making it through, making food okay for now and surviving the winter. Because I just need a little more time here. And I could have something in the works. One thing I will do though is if we can survive this next winter. Oh, looks like I missed a road there. Since we do have 3 laborers, I'm willing to put 2 of them to work in the farming fields and expanding out my farms. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for that because that looks like a mess. I'm willing to put them to work next season in the farms. We just gotta make it through and stay fed. And I'm not gonna be backtracking, so if something bad happens, something bad happens. You know, I can't just keep backtracking, retrying it until I get the thing I want. And actually, quick note. Oh, I don't have any mods enabled. Yeah, no, I don't have any mods enabled, but I do have mods subscribed. So that the intensified fishing dock would be extremely helpful. But we're doing this just vanilla, no mods. They're going to work knocking down those trees, which is good because they're going to need some firewood here. Food is still it could be doing better on food. You know, I really want what I really want is for more people to turn into laborers. Which I mean, like it's got kind of like mixed feelings, you know what I mean? Because I need laborers, and I want people to start having kids and stuff so I can get more laborers. But at the same time, I'm having trouble feeding who I have now, you know what I mean? And this is going to be a difficult, but I think we can get through it. So 2 children were born, which means we have 9 children. As long as we keep the population steadily growing, we're going to struggle for food here for a while, but that's expected to happen. Did our tunnel ever get built? Where is it at? It's around here somewhere. There. No, it hasn't even been started yet. Okay. But they're still collecting resources. Okay, we got another laborer, which is good. So we had 3 kids this season and 1 laborer, which means that I'm willing to build another farm. Because I want at least 1 laborer. It's probably better to have more. But considering the situation, dang it, I always do that. Considering the times right now, I'm more worried about having a ton of farmers in food production. Okay, so what do we got here? We got pumpkin, pumpkin, potato, potato. So this one will be potato, and this one will be potato. And then these 2 will be pumpkin. And then we will, oh, nope, okay, I'll do that. There we go. Yeah, the reserve food is low. Okay, I get it, I get it. I get it. Conserve some food. We should be okay on food pretty soon. But 6. No potato. 7. Come on. You got late winter. It's late winter. You just gotta make it through this. Don't die on me yet. Alright, and we got another labor. Which means we, over the course of a season, a year, whatever you want to call it, have doubled our farming production, which is good news considering the fact that we need food direly. So this is pumpkin. And 8 farmers. Now we just got to get them survive long enough for that to actually take effect. Alright, here we go. I mean, the worst thing's worst, I could cut a few fields early and yeah. Firewood's low, food's low. I'm not surprised still. There they go, all on the work. The reserve of tools. Okay, so I expected this to happen eventually. We need a blacksmith. And I am just gonna stick him right I'll just stick them up along the road here next to the farms. I don't really have anybody to put in there yet. Okay, so they're all going toolless. Could anything else happen? Actually, don't let anything else happen. I don't want anything else to happen right now. But we need more resources. So, this area needs to be cleared. I'm going to do that so that they can get out there and back faster. Actually, we're doing okay for food right now, surprisingly. We're not really starving, but we don't fish. We're staying alive on fish, it looks like. So, they farm potatoes. They pulled them right out of the ocean, river. Second this blacksmith gets up, it looks like I might have to steal a laborer to get some tools in production, because going toolless is not really an option. Although we are on our 3rd year. So you can actually, who's toolless here and who's not. So we have a, surprisingly, them being toolless doesn't seem to be doing much to their production speed on the farm. Our average health is dropping, but you know, I'll worry about that in a little bit. Alright, so things are going good. We're just about ready to start harvesting our potatoes, and then our pumpkins shouldn't be too far behind them. They too tend to go in the fall. Yeah, there they go. And now we're getting tons of potatoes. Just in time, because we're running out of food. So they're harvesting the potatoes. We had 2 children born. Not bad. So we're gonna have a nice steady flow of laborers coming in here. Oh no, that's not good. So even though we added 4 farms, it appears that we're still low on food. Because all the food we're putting in the barn, storage barn now, they're just taking right on out and filling up their homes with it. So we don't have much in reserve. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, looks like they're actually starting work on the tunnel, which is really good news. That's good news, actually. So let's see. Go ahead and we'll get a road. A road moving up to it. And I'm contemplating either... Do orchards produce wood too? Alright, so we have 2 laborers. This needs built. Like bad. Increase the priority of that. Because we have enough laborers to fill it up now. Which I would very much like to do. To get some tools moving. Yep, now we have 4 laborers. I would like to try and keep the town very centralized, but it looks like this is going to have to turn into a wood farming area, Like, this is gonna be like a very extended part of town. But it's just gonna have to do for now. So right now we only have 3 citizens with tools. Come on, get the stone there. Food's low, thank you. I didn't realize. So what I think I'm gonna do, this is probably a really bad idea. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna leave the trees. And I'm just gonna send all this stone to be collected. And all this iron to be collected. So that way we'll have more room for our trees to grow in. Alright, so people are walking behind here. I want to get that sorted out. Because, like I said, roads are key. And I believe if there's a road there, it'll make it a little bit more efficient. So there they are, back at it again. With their farms. Still struggling to get that blacksmith up. Hopefully we can do that soon, though. And then we need to get some foresters going. Because then whenever we get the trader up, we can purchase a lot of food. Or purchase some cattle. And just have a massive farm, which would produce a ton of food. I'll set a laborer to help him build that there. Okay. Yeah, I think we're overfishing the area. That's costing us efficiency. What speed are we at? Are we still at 10? Yeah. Alright. Still not good. Trying to think what else we really need. We really don't want to build more houses because we don't. I mean, like, I want more people, but we don't really need more people because we can't feed the ones we already got. Although this could be a really nice area to set up like just a big farming section. Orchard, a nice big orchard right here. And it'll take a few years to get going, but you know what? I need to do that. Let's see. This orchard is too large. Of course it is. What's the maximum size? It's like 15 by 15, so we'll let them clear that out there. Okay, finally. There we go. Now, you're gonna be hard at work for a while getting all these tools up to par, restocked. And we're still starving. One person has gone hungry. Something tells me this may be the end of our town here soon. Reserve of food is low. Thank you for telling me that. Alright, let's see. You know what? We need to get this moving over here. So let's pause for a second. We can't really wait on this anymore. So Forester's Lodge is going to be going down right there. Next to it I want a herbalist, and right next to them, actually preferably on the other side of them, let's see, and we'll stick it right there. There's a hunting cabin. And as for roads, let's see. We'll run a dirt road up to the tunnel. And it's kind of hard to see where the buildings are, but we'll let that get sorted out there. Because then once we get a farmer or a hunter's cabin going. Now, if our blacksmith could just make tools a little faster, it seems as if he hasn't made any yet. Tons of laborers, tons of laborers. Put a ton of builders over here. Prioritize all this. There we go. I'm gonna build another storage barn right along here, so rather than having to run the whole way back to that one up there, they can just go a little closer. So he's produced 10 iron tools. Slowly but surely we're getting tools back. Alright, besides food, we seem to be pretty stable right now. I might just keep this episode going here until something bad happens. We just had a little baby boom there in the winter. People are getting bored, I guess. Not enough work. All these stones are still marked for removal. So hopefully with this Forester's Lodge and alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I don't want them running the whole way back and forth for their jobs. So I'm just gonna plop 3 houses there. It's gonna take up a little bit of our farming space, you know, hunting area, but it'll keep them from having to live, you know, probably a good 300 yards from where they work. It doesn't sound like much, but you also gotta consider they're walking. Let's actually move the builders down too, because I feel like the laborers have to bring a ton of stuff over. And people are starving even more than usual. Alright, hold out. Come on, hold on, hold on. We're getting there. I fixed the tool crisis for the most part. Slowly but surely it's going down. People are getting hungry. We got food on the way. The second this hunting cabin goes up. Alright, hold on. Time out, pause. I want 3 hunters. Go. You, 4 foresters. Move the builders down to 2. Cut and plant, yep. There we go. Okay, please don't die on me. Please don't die on me. Listen, listen. There's a hunting cabin right here. They're gonna start bringing in food. Oh god, here we go. Okay, at least it was a laborer. Oh no. Alright, let's just see if we can recover what we can. Come on, hunters, do something! Hunt! Hunt! Nope. Starvation, starvation, starvation. Starvation, starvation. Yep. Looks like we didn't even last long enough to, we didn't even last long enough to, have a disaster happen. I mean, we're pretty much crippled at this point. I'm just waiting to see if we'll actually survive this or not. Alright, so I guess all that really happened is we just kind of purged people until we just kind of purged some people until we could sustain ourselves with food. Because it doesn't seem like anybody else is really going hungry. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put a farmer in, fisherman, a hunter in. So, I mean, I guess we're still going, slowly but surely. I mean, that was a minor and a major setback. I mean, we lost a fair bit of people. But I mean, like, we just did have a baby boom. We still have 22 people working. And I guess now we can actually support them all because, well, for reasons that are pretty obvious. Still trying to get rid of all these stones and stuff. Do we have a blacksmith? Yeah, we do. So yeah, I'm just gonna say, let's just let them go for now. Oh, no, people are still going hungry. I could assign the builder to be a farmer and harvest this field before it gets too cold and they all die. See what we can salvage from that. Alright, so we got another laborer, which means I want to put him in the farming. Because right now we don't have space to keep the laborers. Yep, and there they go, dying off. Somebody's houses are hungry. It's because they keep having children again. Clearly we can't feed the people we have, so stop having kids. I'm just gonna let them go. I just want to see what happens. I put everybody back into farming. I think we kind of need to emphasize food production here. Our hunting cabin is producing leather venison. Okay, so this little section, whatever you want to call it, is going to be extremely helpful. Because now we can get a steady supply of wood. I mean, it's going to take a few years for this to get set up. But once this herbalist center is up and I have well, I don't have any builders right now, so that's not why it's getting built, but once I get enough. Oh, yeah, we lost a hunter. Dandy. Let's see here. You know what really amazes me is that, like, we're still starving. But, you know, we've like eight or so people died. and they're still having kids. They can't just wait and hold on until, you know, we actually have enough food. I think we overfished here, though. Yeah, 498, 677. We're producing a little over 1,000, but we were hitting 1,800 a few years ago, so I mean, I don't really have a choice but to keep them there right now. Did this orchard ever get built? Where's it at? It's around here somewhere. Did it? Oh, yeah. Okay, so they started work on it, I guess. I need these houses built soon. Health is dropping drastically. We still have no food in the bank. Finally, a laborer. You're going right to work as a builder. I don't need babies, I need adults. Well, I mean, I guess you had to have one to have the other. Okie dokie. So, this episode's been going on pretty long, and we're still struggling in Okotilona. In the next episode, I'm going to see if I can work my way down here and get the trader up, and then whenever because, you know, like, now that we have, like, a steady supply of wood coming in from this Forester's Lodge, we can start to overproduce firewood and move it into the trader, and then whenever the trader gets here, we can just sell it all off for food. We're still struggling. We're getting by though. We have not been crippled yet, you know, because usually in this game what will happen is whenever you start to starve, the game's over. I'm surprised that we're still around, but right now it seems like we did lose a fair bit of people, but we have enough to keep on functioning. So I am assuming what's going to happen is our population's going to jump up whenever the babies are born, and then unfortunately a few people are going to starve and die, and they're going to move, and then our population's going to move down, and eventually it's just going to hit, you know, it's just going to stay around this area until we manage to crank up food production. And then eventually it'll go up and stay up. But anyways, thank you for watching this episode. We're doing okay. We got our little town there showing up on the map, so that means we're making an impression. Next time we need to get trading. I mean, if we can get a cattle or some sheep or some chickens especially, and we can just create. Let's see. I don't even know. How big of a pasture can we make? Oh, I hate these size constraints. That's why I used mods, because it was nice to have like 100 by 100 pasture that was pumping out thousands of food. But anyways, thank you for watching this episode. Next time we're going to see if we can get our way into trading and stabilize our food production. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great day.